What supplies do you have today?
Everyone in the school is sick. Barely anyone will be in a video game club today, so we can play single-player games like Final Fantasy, 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 and Final Fantasy. We have all the systems we need for our Final Fantasy extravaganza, except for this here. Let's get rid of this hunk of junk. Everyone knows there's no good RPGs for the Sega Genesis. Much better. You can't forget the greatest Final Fantasy game ever made. Need a Game Boy.
There you go.
Perfect. The controller for Crystal Chronicles?
Yeah, right here.
That's not the controller I need.
You mean this controller?
Exactly. We got Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles for the GameCube. Over here we have Final Fantasy 1 for the NES and Crystal Chronicles for the Wii. Over here, the best Final Fantasy ever made, Final Fantasy X-2. Final Fantasy 7 on our PS1 and 2 Princess TV. We have Final Fantasy 6 or 3 on our SNES. Over here, Final Fantasy 5 on our PS3. And finally, Final Fantasy 10 on our PS2. And in our pocket, we even have more Final Fantasy.